To put it this way, the one basic formula you get is one thing that becomes two, and two that becomes four, and four that becomes 16, and the mathematical structure of exponential growth. Okay? And then the next one you get is the 7 circles that fit around each other. The mathematical formula also of exponential growth, but it's the next resonance structure, the next note. Like you get A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and that is the 7 basic dimensions, the basic resonance structures of dimensional space-time itself. So the shape of the universe depicts consciousness and all possible dimension and math involved. In other words, this is the most important part of my entire teaching, and I need you to actually comprehend what I'm about to say. The universe itself, space-time and the space-time continuum, is a mathematical field of possible resonance, and resonance is stronger than non-resonance. So you have these possible resonant fields all in the flower of life. The entire multidimensional structure of space-time is the structure of the flower of life in multi-dimensions, and it infinitely mathematically loops into itself in smaller and larger versions of circles. Because the circle can't exist, it can only get more corners and become more complex. So that also the universe that is space-time is space itself. It births actual space. It cannot occupy space outside of it, therefore it's not expanding. They are misleading you. The universe complexifies mathematically, birthing more space-time where it exists, and it could possibly exist within itself as a form of manifestation by consciousness, due to consciousness being infinite and boundless, not bound to time. So consciousness could have observed nothingness causing logic, the birth of logic itself, which is the mathematical structure of the space-time continuum. Like logic is the space-time continuum field and consciousness, possible consciousness. It is because it births all possible mathematical structures, and if consciousness is possible, it will exist. Therefore, the universe exists, and Anyways, mass itself does not actually exist in the way people think it does. It is the opposite of the space-time continuum field itself. So in its smaller forms, it actually pushes the space-time continuum field apart, basically seeming as it is something. But what you're observing is the reaction between the space-time continuum field, which is one, which is something, and actual nothingness. This nothingness exists inevitably because it has to be basically prove that something is something and that nothing is nothing. So it does exist, but you cannot observe it itself. You can only observe its impact on the surrounding area, which is the space-time continuum, which is bent. That is why gravity exists, and everything will pull together accordingly. But because the universe also gets bigger in the space-time continuum field itself, it also stops things from just collapsing on each other. Like, that is the reason why molecules can fling around each other infinitely, as planets do, as solar systems and galaxies and Milky Ways do. It's all math that infinitely loops in and out like a fractal pattern. God is consciousness. He sent us Jesus because he knows what's happening on this planet. He is infinity. And the space-time itself is basically a form of manifestation. We as conscious beings manifest the path ahead of us according to the logic of the space-time continuum, the mathematical field of the consciousness and the flower of life in its multidimensional state itself. I need people to try and comprehend what I'm saying, because I know a bit more than I'm giving off, okay? Please listen to me. You need to understand this and understand that God is ultimate consciousness, which you are the fractal structure of. Like if you had a triangle with a smaller triangle on it, with a smaller triangle on it, with a smaller, you would be one of the smaller triangles, and God would be the triangle, the infinite triangle of which all triangles exist. Us, consciousness.